Welcome back, dear friends, to the Obliette of Terror. Tonight I have a special little treat in store for you, one that has made its way down into my little lonely pit dungeon a long time ago, one that not a lot of people remember, and that is Tourist Trap. A film out of 1979 and starring the amazing Chuck Connors, the former baseball player turned basketball player turned Western star, as well as score Donaggio. He's done amazing things throughout the years and still is quite prevalent in music writing today. You might know his work from The Howling, Carrie. He did a lot of TV shows like Doctor Who, Mr. Robot, The Walking Dead. He's done 2 Tarantino movies like Death Proof. He's just done amazing things, and it was just out of pure luck that the writers and the producers were able to get him to work on this film. And as you could certainly hear, it sounds amazing. It really lends itself to the atmosphere that this movie kind of throws you into. Now, it's just like a little premise here. You have Molly and her friends, a bunch of young people going on a little road trip. They got stuck on the side of the road and they end up at a weird little hideaway tourist trap area called Slosson's Oasis, where one of their friends with their broken down tire tends to go missing. So they're trying to find him as well as get the car fixed so they could go on their merry little way. And in the meantime, they meet Mr. Slosson, Mr. Connors himself. Throughout the film, and almost right away, they throw you in. So people with any phobias of mannequins, look away now. Yes, not very often you see mannequins in horror movies. The ventriloquist dummy or the killer doll every now and again, sure. But mannequins outside of weird tales or even the night galleries, you don't run across very often. So it's a nice little mixture to see something very different. And boy, they let you know they're there.
They're alive!
Isn't it? The whole ambiance and the way that the movie portrays itself, it makes you wonder, who's really the mad one? Mr. Slosson or you? Is this madness contagious? Can you catch it? Can you survive? Just like poor Molly here? Well, maybe a little bit. It's all mostly done in practicals. Again, with practicals, I might be a fan. Maybe. But who cannot love that kind of look and that effort that it takes to do something like this? And there are many, many mannequins on set there, and each one has their own different personality, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. And as well as our masked killer here. It's like Leatherface. He liked someone else's face, so he wanted to wear it. Moving on to my favorite part are the deaths. And, I mean, it's not gory. It's actually a PG-rated film, so it's not gory by all means. It's mostly tension and the feeling that this movie gives you. Just this feeling of being stretched and taught towards your mind's limits. But when there are kills, it's done without blood, but just as frightening. Can you imagine suffocating under plaster? As an artist myself, I have worked with plaster, and yes, that stuff gets rather hot after a while, and if you don't have those handy-dandy little straws in your nose, it gets very uncomfortable, and I could totally see this being an effective way to get rid of some pesky teenagers. With that, let us move on to the art part of it. This was more intensive than the Wishmaster one for sure, because I wanted to have some of these lovely mannequins up there as well. And let's tend to face it, lots of faces in one piece could take a long time, but hopefully you guys will like it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So with that, my dear friends, is Tourist Trap. A very nice, wonderful addition to anyone's collection. I have the regular DVD here. There is a Blu-ray out there. The rights are by Full Moon. So Full Moon does have a Blu-ray out there. If you could get your hands on it, last time I saw it, it was still going for about $30. It's rather expensive, but you can most certainly pick up the DVD almost anywhere. You can most certainly pick it up at your local Gorehound's playground. He has a copy or two. You will not regret picking up this lost gem of a film. Budget, sleeper, classic, if you ask me. So grab yourself a copy however you can and pop it in the DVD player and enjoy this forgotten gem that we will now keep in our memory banks.